days gone by, most Japanese people lived in the country. Farming was their way of life. Life was slow and changed only with the seasons. People in a village were close to one another and close to the land. Industrialization was coming to Japan, but that seemed far away from this rural life. But by 1940, most Japanese were no longer living this traditional life. Today, over 70% of the Japanese people live in cities. Tokyo is the biggest city in the world. And strung along the eastern coastal plain, where most of the population is concentrated, are other great cities. Cities like Kobe, Osaka, Kyoto. Cities with traffic jams and crowds of people. What has attracted these people to the cities, to live in constant crowds? Following World War II, Japan launched an industrial effort that astounded the world. Japanese factories produce a bewildering amount and variety of goods. This fantastic growth in industry and trade opened up thousands of jobs and drew people to the cities. People came to the cities for better education. It is very important to go to a good school. A better education will get you a better job, especially in this new modern world. And the cities are full of excitement and things to do and see, whether American baseball or samurai movies. The Japanese cities provide extravagant shopping palaces, complete with greeters to bow customers into the elevators, and fancy rooftop restaurants. The people of Japan are avid shoppers. It is not difficult to get to the cities. Japan has the finest railroad system in the world. The famous bullet trains whisk people along at speeds up to 130 miles per hour. Many workers are able to commute to and from outlying villages. Others join the rush hour throngs on their way to the suburbs. The suburbs of Japanese cities are not what most Americans would expect. There are single-family houses in the wealthier suburbs, but few have more than a tiny yard. Huge apartment complexes have become a more familiar suburban sight. Here, even well-to-do families live in tiny apartments. There just isn't much space anywhere. Neighborhood shops are more common than supermarkets. There's no place to park. Outside Kyoto, houses are jammed one against another up into the hills. and farm fields run right into the houses on the other side. Land has become so scarce that in some areas it sells for $1 million an acre. Streets, even in suburbs, are narrow and crowded, but clean. Even in the few tiny slum areas, cleanliness is important, and potted plants take the place of a garden. There are about 25 million motor vehicles in Japan, half of which are passenger cars, and the number is increasing. Some ordinances require proof of a parking space before a license will be issued. It's easy to understand why motorbikes are so popular. There are few playgrounds and few public parks where people can get away from it all. But even in the parks, people tend to go in crowds. In Japan, crowding is a way of life, not a complaint. The cities are so unplanned and haphazardly organized, it is almost impossible to find an address, even if you're in the right section of the city. Industrial haze is severe, and so is water pollution. But while cities the world over have too many people, too much trash, and too little room to move, they also have the mystery, money, and magic to keep them coming.